All right. We are live. Welcome to the AFT College Staff Guild 1521A Los Angeles Southwest College Chapter Executive Candidates Forum. Welcome to you, our Guild brethren who are watching live and you who are watching at a later date. We'll be presenting a series of questions where each candidate has the same allotted time for their answers. Please meet your election committee members for these May 2022 elections. First, we have Bertha Lopez. Bertha, go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Bertha Lopez and I work at West LA College.
Thank you, Bertha. Next, we have Vazrik Karabidian. Vazrik, please go ahead.
Hello, hi everyone. My name is Vazrik Karabidian. I'm working at ESC office.
Thank you, Vazrik. My name is Mark Bergquist. I work in the Financial Aid Office of Student Services at Los Angeles Valley College. Sorry. I work in the Student Services at Los Angeles Valley College. I'm currently serving as your election committee chairperson for this election. In order to accommodate everyone and give the candidates time to respond to questions and deliver a personal statement at the end of this forum, your election committee members will be tracking and managing the allotted speaking time. Vazrik is serving as our timekeeper. Vazrik will raise the time card when the allotted time is reached. Vazrik, go ahead and hold up. There you go. Thank you. If any candidate goes over the allotted time, your host will mute that candidate at a count of 10. Because we just have two candidates who will appear on the ballot, we're providing more time for this forum. Each candidate will have up to 3 minutes to make their replies and statement. Now let's meet the candidates of the Los Angeles Southwest College chapter of the 1521A. I'll ask each candidate individually to introduce themselves by name and the office they are running for. First, the candidate, well, Cassandra hasn't joined us. We hope that she will.
She's waiting to be let in. She just texted me.
Okay, just a moment. Stand by. Let's see. Participants. Just a moment. I don't see her as a participant attendee. There we go. And then promote to panelists. There we go. Okay, great. And okay, so we're gonna. So let's say, Cassandra, welcome. Let's introduce our candidates here that we have with us at this time. First, our candidate for a chapter chair, Cassandra Walker. Cassandra, go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Good afternoon. I'm Cassandra Walker. I'm currently the chapter chair at Los Angeles Southwest College.
Okay, and you're currently running for the position of chapter chair.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you so much. Also, we have the candidate for chapter delegate, Ruben Villanueva. Ruben, please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Ruben Villanueva. I am a department secretary at LA Southwest College.
Yes.
And I'm running for
I
chapter
see.
delegate.
I see what you're saying.
Thank you very much, Ruben. The election committee notes that at this time, there is no candidate on the ballot for grievance representative. However, a member of the Los Angeles Southwest College chapter can run as a write-in candidate, and chapter members have the option to vote for a write-in candidate for that position. All right. And we have one important election announcement. Southwest College chapter members of the 1521A, please note that Safir Larios Ramirez has withdrawn as a candidate for chapter chair. So when you look at your ballot, the note withdrawn will appear. Southwest College chapter members will see on the ballot withdrawn over Safir's name. And that withdrawn note just applies to Safir. Cassandra remains a candidate for chapter chair on the Los Angeles Southwest College ballot. So with that note, let's turn over to Bertha to read the chapter executive job description, and then she'll deliver the questions to our chapter chair candidate. Please go ahead, Bertha.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, description of chapter chair duties. Duties include, but are not limited to the following: reporting on district-wide and worksite meetings to the membership, to the executive board of the LASC chapter and the Guild executive board, scheduling regular consultations with the worksite president to discuss current concerns and issues, and represents and/or appoints members to sit on worksite shared governance, hiring and selection committees, and requests and reviews written reports from attendees on those committees, working to resolve member complaints, referring grievances or possible grievances to the worksite grievance rep, consulting with the worksite grievance rep, grievance secretary, worksite president, or executive director on contract inquiries to ensure the contract is being interpreted accurately. The chapter chair also serves as a backup for the workplace grievance rep if the rep is absent. Additional duties of the chapter chair are listed in the Constitution on the Guild website. Okay, so our first round of questions are for the LASC chapter chair candidates. Cassandra, what is your vision for a strong union and how will you build a stronger AFD 1521A chapter?
Thank you for the question, Bertha. My vision for a strong union is helping to bring the next generation's voices to the forefront and helping them develop their leadership skills to lead us into the future. I believe everyone is a leader. Everyone has the capability to be a leader. They have the skills. They just need to feel comfortable enough to lead. There's an opportunity for everyone to lead, whether it's in the background or out in front. And we also need to increase communication and participation on campus. And I think that when the younger people come to the forefront and get involved, the energy that they have and they bring to organizing will make everybody else energized and want to get more involved.
Thank you. Next question. What do you tell our members who are concerned about current rates of inflation and receiving the COLA increase?
First of all, it's a concern for everyone, especially inflation. I know everyone is anxious to get their COLA. Everyone's anxious for negotiations to be resolved, but COLA is not out of the goodness of the district's heart. It comes from the state. And I've been here 20 plus years and I've never received a raise, and it's time for us to get that. So at this point, we all need to stand behind the negotiating team with our full support. I use the faculty as an example, and a lot of people get kind of upset with that, but the faculty get what they want because they all stand together as one. And the district sees the numbers and they see the support that they have, and they're afraid of that. We need to stand together as one unit. We have the numbers, we just need to stand together so that we can get what we need. It's time. There's a lot of us, and California is extremely expensive. It's time for us to get a raise. It's time for us to get what we should have gotten years ago. So everybody sign the petitions, make your statements, go to the board meetings, whatever is necessary to do. Let's all do it together so that we can get what we need to take care of ourselves and our families.
Okay,
it's critical.
Okay. How do you plan to fulfill your role if you're elected chapter chair?
This go round will be my last go round running for chapter chair. And my intention is, of course, to continue representing the members at LASC and throughout the district, but to pass on the torch to the younger generation. As a unit, I see us beginning to rebound for some of the other things that have happened to us in the past. I see us picking up momentum and moving into the future. I see us doing things differently and in new ways. And I want to help us capitalize on that energy and keep us moving forward. And I believe that's going to come from the younger generation. I'm a lot older than some of the people on my campus, and I want to give them the benefit of the history that I have and help work with them building their leadership skills and help us move into the future.
Okay, thank you, Cassandra, for responding to the questions. I will now move on to the chapter delegate description.
Thank you.
Duties include but are not limited to the following: to represent members of the worksite through direction of the chapter chair, to develop awareness of the AFT Staff Guild on the worksite and develop rapport with worksite colleagues and administration, to plan, organize, and assist the chapter chair with executive board and chapter membership meetings, to participate in the recruitment of new members and members to the worksite executive board, to build representative structure and assist in the worksite communication structure, to attend consultation meetings with the worksite president, to discuss current concerning issues, to represent the staff guild per chapter chair appointment on worksite committees, to consult with the worksite grievance rep, grievance secretary, president, and or executive director on contract inquiries to ensure the contract is being interpreted accurately, to assist guild members with inquiries, and to serve as a backup to the chapter chair for worksite grievance rep if the grievance rep is absent. I will now turn it over to Mark for the chapter delegate questions.
And thank you, Bertha. Our first question for you, Ruben. How do you plan to fulfill your role if you are elected as chapter delegate? You have 3 minutes to make your reply. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Yes, I plan to fulfill the role as best I can in support of our chapter chair and to help increase in awareness of the issues that are facing our campus and the district as a whole. I am proud to say I'm a product of Cassandra's guidance in trying to create a new generation of voices. She and other colleagues have helped me to come forward out of my shell and really, speak up and speak out against, some of the things that have transpired as a result of the pandemic and as a result of the inflation. And, I am new. This is my first time running as a delegate. This is a new stage for me, and I plan to give it my all and to be as best as an asset as I can to the union and to our chapter. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben. A second question. Do you feel our guild has made sufficient effort to be transparent with guild membership? How will you increase transparency to build trust and communication with members in our local? Thank you. You have 3 minutes to reply, up to.
Yeah, simply put, I will do my best to increase, the lines of communication. In the beginning, with our in-house issues that we've had in the past, I admit I was one of the individuals that felt skeptical. I did unfortunately lose some faith in the union with what's going on with our president and or the previous president and the union's direction in addressing what happened. But now that we have a new president and President Alonso, I hope that we can learn from our mistakes and just turn the page, start a new chapter. And I will do my best to squelch the just the worries and the fears of that we're not being transparent, and I'll do my best to share what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben. Next question. How do you plan to support the chapter chair if you are elected? You have up to 3 minutes to make your reply. Thank you.
Yeah, so definitely I will be there again to be the best asset that I can, to the chapter chair and supporting our union. And right now the most critical issue is getting more participation on our campus. As Cassandra jokingly says, the few people that come in to the meetings we're her ride or die crew, and we want to increase that crew to the whole campus, and so I want to work and to definitely increase our awareness and increase our participation numbers, so that, we can, come together as one voice and, prove that, that there are strength in numbers.
All right, thank you, Ruben, for your replies. We're going to move on to another section. And for this section, I'm going to turn it over to Basric for questions for all of the chapter candidates at Los Angeles Southwest College chapter. Go ahead, Basric.
Hello again, everybody. So the first question I'm gonna start with Cassandra. What prompted you to become an active member in the union? Cassandra, you have 3 minutes to respond.
Oh, initially, I got involved in the union because I felt that the union chair on campus wasn't doing a good job. We weren't getting information. No one knew what was really going on. And so I decided I would step up so that people could know what was really happening and what was going on. And that's how I got involved. I wanted to know what was going on, what was happening.
Thank you, Cassandra. Rupen, same question for you. What prompted you to become an active member in the union? You have 3 minutes to respond.
In the beginning, I first started here in 2017, and I was a very quiet person. I didn't want to make waves. I just bowed my head down and did my work and did what I was told. But thanks to the encouragement of colleagues and Cassandra, to grow and speak up and speak out, that helped me to gain the confidence to, come out of my shell and speak up against, some of the things the district is doing to, is doing, to our union and expecting us to just accept it. I think, the pandemic, the things that have the mandates and the way that the pandemic was handled, I think accelerated, my coming out process, because there was just too many things going on, from the mandate for classifieds to return, the lack of explanation from administration as to the reasoning why they want us to return, and just the lack of communication about the telecommuting agreement. It seems that it's all in who you know and who you work for, as far as who is going with the telecommuting agreement and who is just going by their own rules. And so there wasn't any single, the district as a whole wasn't on the same page, and every campus wasn't operating on the same page. And so when considering the pandemic, and that, has to do with our health and our safety, that was the straw that broke the camel's back, and that's what ultimately said, I gotta say something. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben, for your response. The second question, I will start with you again. Our guild has recently gone through a contentious time. What are your goals for the local in the next few years? You have 3 minutes to respond.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question once more?
Sure. The question is, our guild has recently gone through a contentious time. What are your goals for the local in the next few years? You have 3 minutes to respond.
So yes, the primary goal is for our campus is just to increase the participation, the numbers, without the strength in our numbers, nothing will really change because, as I had mentioned to Cassandra one time, it feels like if only a few of us speak out and are the only ones speaking out, the district is just going to dismiss us as a disgruntled employee, coming out with all these just, arguments without any support, from colleagues. And so, once we have that support going, and the increase in participation to bolster, our argument, to bolster our demands, for a better wage and for, a safer work environment, then, that's the key for us to really get things done and to really see change and progress and a better quality of life and work life. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ruben. Same question for you, Cassandra. Our guild has recently gone through a contentious time. What are your goals for the local in the next few years? You have 3 minutes to respond.
I'd have to piggyback off of Ruben and say that to increase the participation, the last couple of years have broken the spirits of a lot of members. We've lost members. We have members who have just kind of checked out. They're still dues paying members, but as far as actually participating in anything, they've kind of just backed off because they've lost trust. And so we need to try to build that trust back and to try to bring them back into the fold. And hopefully they're beginning to see now that things have changed, the tide has turned. We are doing things differently. We're being more transparent. We're actually moving forward in a positive way. And I think they're beginning to see that there is momentum in the right direction. And so I'd like to see to develop more, I guess, more camaraderie on campus, especially now after the pandemic, because everybody right now is separated in their own little areas. And I try to get to some of the areas, but a lot of people are behind closed doors, locked doors. And so it's difficult. And some people are still hesitant to interact with people because of, COVID, and the district is getting rid of the mask mandate. So that's still a barrier. But I'm sorry, Vazra, can you repeat the question one more time?
Sure, no problem. The question is, our guild has recently gone through a contentious time. What are your goals for the local in the next few years?
Okay, thank you. To increase participation, get people back together again, back together face to face in some fashion, and enjoying each other's company and vibing off each other so that we can come together and know that we're all there to support each other.
Thank you, Cassandra. The last question, I will ask Cassandra first. What are your views on how the district has been handling their vaccine policy and other mandates? You have 3 minutes to respond.
I think the district has not thoroughly sat down and thought about their vaccine policy. I think it's just been it's been kind of haphazard. They haven't really thought about how it affects the students and the employees. They haven't really thought about how things have changed and how things are constantly changing. They haven't really thought about how the world has changed and how things really can't go back to the way it was. And so the district as a whole needs to change how it does things, how it operates business completely. And I think that they've made some decisions based on money and not based on the health, welfare, and well-being of their employees.
Thank you, Cassandra, for your response. Ruben, same question for you. What are your views on how the district has been handling their vaccine policy and other mandates? You have 3 minutes to respond.
Yes, definitely it's been done without consultation of the people that will be affected the most. As far as the vaccine mandate, the district, I think, just piggybacked off the county health department, and now that they're following kind of just the hidden, how should I put this, just the covert the covert motivation of money, of money and political pressure. The way the state has rolled back and pivoted dramatically in the course of the pandemic. The district is following suit. Especially now with the recent mask mandate and the recent change to the vaccine mandate to try to accommodate more students. And I feel like it's just, again, like piggybacking what Cassandra said, haphazardly, and it's not done, I think, without full consultation of all the campuses, because the district cites this generalized data, and they seem to forget that every campus is different. Every campus serves different communities, and those different communities have different dynamics when it comes to the vaccine, when it comes to the virus, and so it's just, they've been applying a one-size-fits-all in regards to the vaccine, the masks, and the mandate for the staff to come back, and then this pilot program that wasn't exactly shared with all the campuses per se. It was only shared with the top brass, and the top brass failed to pass that down to the classified, who would benefit the most from that. And just simply put, a lot of decisions have been made just without the consultation, and it's affected us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben. So this section is done. There is just one question from attendees, and but we would like you both to respond to the question. So Cassandra, what are some challenges you believe Southwest College Union members currently face?
Oh, there is low campus morale. The campus is extremely divided. There is a lot of silos on campus. You have faculty, you have classified, you have administrators, and within those different groups, you have other smaller groups. There's a lot of people on campus who keep talking about, oh, we should be a family and we should be together, but they're saying one thing and their actions say something different. And so you have an entire campus of people who are afraid to do anything more than their job and what's in front of them, because administration has made them afraid. Administration has driven everyone to a point where people no longer trust what they say. Everyone's talking about taking care of yourself, but when you try to take care of yourself, you're told, well, the campus's needs come first, and how dare you want to work from home, and how dare you want to take time off, and well, you can't take time off, and you can't take vacation, and well, you've called in ill too many times. Well, I've been sick, so what are you talking about? It's one giant hostile work environment, and so there's a lot of fights that happen because administration is, I don't even know what to call it anymore. And it's a big issue on campus. It's a big issue that we fight every week. And it's one that all union members across constituencies are dealing with right now. And we're trying to come together, all the union members from all the constituencies, to band together as a group to try to do something about it.
Thank you, Cassandra. Ruben, same question for you. What are some challenges you believe Southwest Union members currently facing? You have 3 minutes to respond.
Yeah, the number one is low morale. There's just been a decline in morale. Unfortunately, there's just been a lot of lip service paid to creating a campaign of care, of self-care, and it's not been carried out faithfully. Even to the point that books and lectures were created on how everyone can be on the same page and how to operate in a collective manner rather than in silos. And while that's fine and dandy to do that, to just say, oh, we did it, we checked it off, we're done, is another thing, and to just go back to old ways. And that's not, that does nothing for us if we don't carry out, those lessons and apply them, and and see that the administrators aren't practicing what they're preaching. Yeah, there has been, a divide, an increased divide, between faculty and administration and classified and administration, and a divide between classified and administration, because faculty are still able to work from home throughout currently, and it's leaving some classified asking, well, how can that be? It just seems so unfair, and so that all those, and the fact that classifieds are here, but unfortunately, alluding to what Cassandra says, some of us are face guilt trips from our supervisors for taking time off, the time that the district has given us and allotted us, and we're using per the district and union guidelines, but yet we're still met with guilt trips for taking off. And so, that just really takes a toll on wanting to come into work, and so yeah, that's the biggest, that and the participation. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you both candidates for your responses to the questions. We are done with the questions, and I would like to hand over the conversation to Mark for next section. Mark.
Thank you, Vasrik, and thank you to our candidates. We now enter the candidates closing remarks section. I'd like to start with Ruben. Ruben, this is your chance to make a personal candidate statement to the chapter members at Los Angeles Southwest College. You have 3 minutes to make your statement. Please go ahead.
Hi, everybody. So it's been about 5 years since I started working here at LA Southwest College. When I came here, I came from Harvard, and I was a student worker and a tutor at Harvard. And when I told people, I had a chance to interview at Southwest College, people would tell me, oh, don't go to Southwest College, don't, they have a terrible reputation. You're not going to last there. They have horrible turnover. And I chose not to believe that. I chose to give Southwest a chance because they gave me a chance. They gave me my chance to start as a full-time, classified member. And so, I want to give back to the college, and not only through my work, but also through the work in our union. And because, the union has, given us a great contract and, protection against, unfair employment practices. And so, as to give back, I want to, do the best that I can, starting small, maybe one day could be a chapter chair, but right now I'm going to start small as a delegate, and changing that reputation and to, squelch, the old rumors and all of that, and make this, a great campus to work for. Thank you.
And thank you, Ruben. We'd like to turn now to Cassandra Walker. Cassandra, this is your chance to make your personal candidate statement to the members at Los Angeles Southwest chapter. Please go ahead. You have 3 minutes to make your statement.
Thank you. I have worked for the district for more than 20 years. I have been on and off Southwest campus for more than 50 years. My parents have attended Southwest, my brothers and sisters. I'm a graduate. I have seen Southwest at its best. I am now seeing it at its worst. I know what Southwest can be, and I know that everybody here, especially the classified, a lot of people come and they stay because we like our jobs. We love serving the students here. We're from the community and we want to see the community and its students do well and do good and move on. And I know that everybody here wants to do their best and would like to do it in an environment where they feel appreciated. And I value what you do. And I want to make sure that everyone else here and within the district values you and values what you do. I want to continue fighting for you. I want to continue representing you. I want to help those of you who want to take us forward into the future to find your voices, develop your leadership skills, and help move our unit forward to continue to take care of yourselves, your family, and the students we service every day.
Thank you, Cassandra, for your statement. And that concludes the Q&A section and the personal candidate statement section for our candidates, our chapter executive candidates at Los Angeles Southwest chapter. Now some election announcements. 1521A members will be voting for our local chapter executive board members, for chapter chair, for grievance representative, and chapter delegates. 1521A members will also be voting to send 12 of our members to represent all of us of the 1521A to the National AFT Convention, which is held this year in Boston, Massachusetts. The option for AFT national delegate candidates to provide video statements and written statements is new for these elections and was completely optional for your AFT national delegate candidates. Please note that the candidates for national delegate were all provided the option to make recorded statements or written statements. Written statements provided to 1521A members will be going out to your last known address that the Guild office has on file. Recorded statements from AFT national delegates may be viewed on the Guild website. And I'd like to take a moment to confirm, Cassandra, you indicated to the elections committee that you won't be able to, that things have changed for you and you won't be able to serve if you were elected as AFT national delegate. Could you please confirm that for us at this time? Okay.
That is correct. I will not be able to serve as a delegate for the convention.
Okay, so just to repeat that again, once more for Los Angeles Southwest chapter members, Cassandra is still in the running for chapter chair, but she's indicated and said here that she won't be able to serve if elected as AFT national delegate. So just to clear that up for our members. Thank you, Cassandra. This chapter forum event has been recorded and will be viewable later on the Guild website and Guild YouTube channel. Ballots for this election will be mailed out on Tuesday, May 10th by AAA, the American Arbitration Association, which has handled our elections in the past and again for this election cycle. All ballots must be received by 9 a.m. May 31st, 2022 at the listed post office box in order to be counted later that same day. The election committee encourages our fellow Guild members to mail your ballots promptly, early, so they may be counted. On behalf of the May 22 election committee for the AFT College Staff Guild, Local 1521A, we'd like to express our thanks to the Los Angeles Southwest College chapter candidates for appearing in this forum. My thanks to the election committee members for their service. And thank you, our fellow Guild members, for your time and attention. Remember, you are the union. Thank you. This concludes this event forum.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.